Right, so last time we were talking about the line, and today we're going to have a look at two special lines, parallel lines and perpendicular. Can you see? Yeah. You should write this down. So actually I should write down, we're missing a few people, aren't we? Danny's missing. Oh yeah, someone's gone to the bank, haven't they? Yeah. Oh, I should. What date are we today? The 14th. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I got this in the Euro shop. Nice, isn't it?
yes, it's super nice.
Super nice. Okay. Right. So who are we missing? Dami. Oh, and Ming.
Yeah.
And Peter. Do we know? Are they all at the bank?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
maybe.
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 Let me know.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, okay. Well, maybe they'll be here for later. Now, does anybody know what parallel means? Oh, I'm sure some of you know what parallel means. Yeah. Same direction, isn't it? Yeah. So parallel is like this, and perpendicular is like this. Yeah. Sometimes, especially the Chinese students, mix these two words up in the exam. But there's an easy way to remember them. The word parallel is parallel. Yeah. Oh, isn't it? I thought of that myself. Right. So you shouldn't confuse these in the exam, okay? Now, if this is slope m1 and this is slope m2, what's the relationship between the slopes? They're the same, aren't they? Yeah, m1 equals m2. And if this is m1 and this is m2, as a formula, what's the relationship? As an equation, what's the relationship? Yeah, no, that's true. I get what you're saying. There's a shorter way to write it. You could say m1 equals 1 over minus m2. That's another way to say it, though. It's a little easier. M1 times m2 equals minus 1. Yeah. Oh, okay, so that is parallel and that is perpendicular. We'll have a look at some examples now. If you can make note of this, and then we'll get started on our examples. No chocolates left, son?
Oh, I have.
Oh, you do?
I think I have. I don't
Oh,
know.
that would be nice.
Oh, I forgot it.
Oh,
I'll bring you tomorrow.
okay. All right, do we have that? Yeah, okay. Now, let's have a look at some examples. So this lesson isn't too difficult, like the first lesson. So here's our first example. I'd say to you, line, so if you can write this question down, line L is parallel to line K and passes through, we'll say the point A, we'll say is 1, 9. Find L if K is 5x minus 7y minus 3 equals 0. Okay, I'll do the answer. I just need you to write the question down. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I want to draw a quick picture of what we have here. So what we have is we have line K, well, I'll just draw it randomly, like there's K, whatever. And we have point A, there's point A. And what we want is this line, L. L passes through A and is parallel to K. And we want L. So, who has any ideas on what we could do first? What should we do first?
We do
Get the slope. Slope of what?
K.
K. And how can we do that?
Y equal.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember what that's called, doing that?
That.
Huh? Yeah, the M is called the gradient. And do you remember the name of the process he's talking about where you say y equals, when you write it like this?
Like the equation is subject to
The words are right, but in the wrong order. So, do you want to try that sentence again? Just fix your grammar a little bit. Go ahead.
Make y the subject.
Go on, of the equation.
equation.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, as Abdul Rahman said, we need to make y the subject of the equation. So, if we rearrange this, we get 5x, 5x minus 3. Oh, great. 5x minus 3 equals 7y. And so y equals 5 over 7x minus 3 over 7. And so what's the gradient here, the slope m? What's that? 5 over 7, isn't it? Yeah. So the slope of this line is 5 over 7 as well.
Yeah.
So we have y equals 5 over 7x plus c. So we have to get the c. How do we get the c? Put a in. Yeah. So what's a? 9, 1. Plus c. So c will equal 9 minus 5 over 7. Let's see. What's that? 63 minus 5. What's that? 58 over 7? Is that right? Maybe someone can type that in on the calculator. 9 minus 5 over 7.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah? So y equals, where am I going? 5 over 7x plus 58 over 7. Isn't that right? mx plus c. Okay, that's our first example, if you can write that down. Now we'll do more examples. Yeah. Okie dokie. You all got that? Yeah? Okay. Now, I'll give you one similar to this to try, okay? Let me draw it for you. X, Y, I'll just make one up. Okay. This is the line, let us say, x plus y equals 2, I think. Yeah. And let me put a point here. Oh, let's make it something like the point 69. And what I would like you to do for me is to find this line. We'll call this line L. Find L. Okay, let's see if you can do that now. Very similar to what I just did. Yeah? Y equals x, is it? Yeah, is that the answer? Y equals x. We can check it now. Anyone else get an answer? Any other answers?
Y equals x plus 3.
Okay, y equals x plus 3. Sounds better. Is that what you're getting to? Yeah. Let's have a look. So first you change it into y equals minus x plus 2. Now before I continue, I think you might know this, but for example, if this has slope 2 over 3, then what is the slope of this one? Minus 3 over 2. You flip and change the sign. So in this case here, if this one has slope of minus 1, then the other line has slope of 1. Yeah. So we have y equals 1x plus c. I sub in my point. 9 equals 6 plus c. So c must equal 3. So here's my answer. Y equals 1x plus 3 is the answer, which I heard some of you got. Okay? Right, write that down. Let's do another example. Sorry, you can all see all right, can't you? Maybe I should turn this a little bit. You can all see okay? Yeah? Right, can I scroll down? Yeah? Okay, next one. Let's see. Okay, here's A, here's B, and then let's say here's C. And we can say A is 1, 1. Don't forget my X and Y. A is 1, 1. B is 2, 4. And C, oh dear, I'm sick. And C is, I'm sorry, A is 1, 2. Sorry. B is 2, 4, and C is 3, 1. That's a 2 there. It's 2. Okay, so here I want you to find the equation of L. Okay, and I tell you that L is parallel to the line that would pass through B and C. Like that. Now I think you can do this. What do you need to do first? What would be the first thing to do? Yeah?
Find the slope
Find the slope of which?
with the ones.
Of BC.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then once you have the slope of BC, what's the slope of L? It's the same. And do you have a point on L? Yeah, so I'll give you a minute, let's see if you can do it, and then we'll have the answer.
First,
question?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me write it down. Sorry. Find the equation of L. And I tell you that L is parallel to BC and passes through A. Is that okay for you? Yeah.
Equal minus 3x plus 5.
Anyone else get that? Yeah.
Yes.
Good stuff. So, first we'll get the slope. So that's using the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which will be 1 minus 4 over 3 minus 2, isn't it? Which is minus 3. Yeah. So y equals mx plus c. Now, you can only use a, because only a is on the line. So you have 2 equals minus 3 plus c, so c equals 5. And this is what you said, Marwan, wasn't it? Minus 3x plus 5 is the answer. Yeah, okay. All right, write that down if you need to.
Teacher, the second one is a 1
Minus 4 over 3 minus 2. I wonder, did any of you switch to Gomo? Remember the phone company I was telling you about? Did anyone switch? You switched and you switched?
Yeah.
Did you get your new SIM card? Not yet. It takes about a week. You got your SIM card?
Yeah.
And when does it activate?
30.
13th?
Yeah.
What date are we today? 14th? That was yesterday.
No, 30.
30th?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 working days.
Oh, 10 working days, is it? Yeah, okay.
2 weeks.
You don't have the card yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you order?
At the weekend.
Oh, only the weekend. Yeah, okay. Too soon for the card. Yeah.
What's card?
Huh?
What's card?
Oh, I'm talking about the new phone company, Gomo.
Go home. I just tried it. Because,
It's only €10.
yeah.
I mean, €10 is like a good lunch and a dessert, you know? I've been using them for about 2 months now. You know, I use their unlimited data for listening to podcasts. So I listen to a lot, so it seems to work fine. Okay, do you have that written down? Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, let me give you a harder one. See if you can do this. Right. There's A, there's B. X, Y. And this is the line I want. A, we'll say is 2, 6. No. A, we'll say is 4, 10. And B, we'll say is 6, 2. And the question is, and this is L. Find line L that is I'll just write perp for short, perpendicular to AB and passes through. You see where I'm going with this, Jason? Jason's going to finish the sentence. Go ahead, Jason. What am I going to say next?
No.
No, go on. And passes through. Go on. Passes through the. Go on. I think you know.
No, I didn't know.
Okay. Okay, fine. And passes through the midpoint of AB. Do you understand what's happening here? Yeah? No? You understand? Yeah? Okay. So you have A, you have B, and I want this line. And this line passes through the midpoint of AB and is perpendicular to AB. Okay, let's see if you can do that. Got it? Think you're right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Abdul Rahman, think you got it?
I spoke.
Think so? Jason?
Yeah.
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 Shall we look at the answer now? Yeah? So what should I do first? What should I do first?
And the slope.
Yeah, I could get the slope first or the midpoint. I guess it doesn't matter. So let's get the slope. M equals 2 minus 10 over 6 minus 4, yeah? That's minus 8 over 2, which is minus 4.
Yeah.
Which, of course, that means the slope I want is a quarter.
Yeah.
Also, I should get the midpoint now. That would be 4 plus 6 over 2 and 10 plus 2 over 2, which is 5, 6. Yeah. So you have y equals a quarter. What am I doing? Sorry. Y equals a quarter x plus c. Now I have to use this. 6 equals 5 quarters plus c. So c is 6 minus 5 quarters. 19 quarters?
Yeah.
19 over 4?
Yeah.
Is that right? So here's my answer. Y equals a quarter x plus 19 quarters. Yeah? Okay. I'm going to give you one more, a hard one. Can I scroll down? Yeah? Oh, sorry. Do you have this? Almost? Okay. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Right. X, Y, A, B, right. There's the line that goes through AB. This point here, I'll call it M. That's the midpoint. Okay? It's like the last question. Then we have a line that goes down here. And what's this point here called? The Y intercept. And then we have a line here. And this line is parallel to this blue line. It doesn't look it, but it is. Trust me, it is parallel. Okay, so A is A is 410 and B is, let us say, 10, 6. And my question is, I want to find the red line. Okay? And M is the midpoint. Alright, let's see if you can do this. No, actually, I'm going to make it harder. This isn't hard enough. Well, you still need to find the red line, because what I really want you to find is this point here, D. There we go. That's better. Find D. That's better, isn't it? That's more interesting. It is. This is great. I love it. Very hard one.
Maybe it's like,
You have the idea? Got it? Let's have a look. Okay, first let me get the slope of AB. That would be 6 minus 10 over 4 minus... No, what am I saying? Sorry. I'm not with it lately. 6 minus 10 over 10 minus 4. Right? Minus 4 over 6, which is minus 2 over 3. So the slope I want is 3 over 2. Let's get the midpoint. The midpoint will be 4 plus 10 over 2
Yeah.
and 10 plus 6 over 2. 8. So you have y equals 3 over 2x plus c. Yes? So that means 8 equals 21 over 2 plus c. If you sub in the point. So c is 8 minus 21 over 2, which is what, 5 over 2? Minus 5 over 2, isn't it? So my line is y equals 3 over 2x minus 5 over 2. So that means point C is 0 minus 5 over 2. Okay? And we have the slope of the red line. The red line will be y equals minus 2 over 3x minus 5 over 2. The red line here and the green line here, they both have the same value of c. Why? Well, they both cross the y-axis at the same place. So all that's left for me to do is to find this point. We'll make y equal 0, yeah. So that means I get 2 over 3x minus 2 over 3x minus 5 over 2 equals 0. So that means x will equal minus 15 over 4.
Yeah.
So then D, the answer, is minus 15 over 4, comma, 0. Now that was a juicy question, wasn't it?
Wow.
It's a good one. More interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
No need for CM.
No need for which one?
CM.
CM.
No need to calculate CM.
No. I thought we need to calculate CM to get this point.
No, no need.
Oh, how can you get it?
You draw perpendicular lines to a y-axis
Yeah?
from M,
Yeah?
and you find this is a 45 degrees angle.
Is it 45?
Of course.
What's 45? Here?
Yeah.
Is it 45? I don't know about that, Kay Hong. I don't think it's 45. You think it is? Really? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Are you sure? But how could it be if it was 45? Doesn't that make the slope
yes,
1?
Because I calculated CM, but I think maybe this way is also fine. I don't try this way. It's just a guess.
Oh, I see. I don't think you'll get the same answer because I don't think this is 45. Because if this is 45, it means the M is 1 for the green line, but it's not 1. It's 3 over 2. You know? Yeah. I don't think it'll work. Good idea though. I think we have to find CM. Yeah. Okay, you can get started on your homework. So your homework will be 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6AB, 7 ABC. That's your homework. Okay, you can get started on your homework. Still got 5 minutes left.
Well, it's not the fantastic triangle, but the two triangle is similar, so you can use divide, and you get a Z. No need for C.
You can use some geometry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar triangle.
Similar triangles.
And with the divide is
And would you say that's easier?
maybe
Would you say it's quicker?
quicker.
You think it's quicker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
It's important to try and do the questions quickly because in the exam you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I close this?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Teacher, for the physics, do you have more exercise like to the math?
I might. Do you need more practice?
Yeah.
I see what I can find. We can talk in the physics class about it.
Okay.
Let's see what we have. I can close this? Can I close this? Okay. Yeah, closing. Well,